Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. A top XRP chart analyst says it would be a critical mistake to believe that XRP is not going to rocket off in terms of ridiculous, face-melting, parabolic price action, which is what we're all here for, right? And I'm going to share with you in this video opinions from a number of different analysts, and what I've been seeing lately is that there are at least a few XRP analysts specifically who think, yeah, this is actually the time where we can start to get excited about an impending serious blowout here. And I'm seeing it from a couple analysts that, in particular, that don't just say stuff like that normally. So seeing it from these individuals in particular, who I will highlight in this video, has more than a little bit caught my attention. Now, there are also analysts out there that actually, I think this is pretty widely accepted, frankly, don't know for sure which direction the market's going to go purely because of Bitcoin. So just in a general sense, in the short term, I'm not saying that, the sky's going to be falling, but as far as Bitcoin leading the market, look, if it tanks, the whole market's going to go down here. But it might just, frankly, it might really just keep going up. It really might. Because, well, we already had a notable retracement. Now, there are some that were thinking we might have another leg down to like $38,000. Some of them still think that's maybe in the cards. They're not predicting it. They're just saying, well, with just based on the data that's available, we could be seeing something like that here. But, I want to share with you wisdom from some of these analysts here, and I'll share with you my own opinions too, because even though I'm not a chart analyst, because I just don't have genuine interest in learning, I just like researching fundamentals more so. I gotta share with you the reason that I've been able to be in this market and not get wrecked after over 3 years. It comes down to a few things, but one of the most important, frankly, is setting aside emotions, even if you feel them. Don't buy or sell based on emotions, and be willing to hold for a very long time. I purchased my first XRP November 2017. I have never sold a single XRP. I've actually never even cashed out of any of my crypto. None ever. 3 years. I've been in over 3 years. I don't care. I don't care what people say. I've got my own plan. I've got my own goals. And either I'm right and XRP is going to be worth substantially more in the future, and I'm wrong, in which case I will ride this biatch to zero. And fine, that's the risk that I take in engaging in these markets. It's risky, fine, but I have strong conviction. I do believe that XRP is going to go nuts in terms of price action along with the rest of the market. And to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast that likes talking about Ripple and XRP and crypto. Words are hard. Unsubscribe from Moon Level. He cannot talk. No, look. I like talking about Ripple and XRP and crypto-related topics, and just making YouTube videos purely as a hobby. That is indeed all that it is. As I record this, XRP is at 47.7 cents. Bitcoin is at $55,822. Market cap is a little over 1.7 trillion with a T, and Bitcoin dominance at 61.01%. And can I just mention here, this is the Spark token. As I record this, it's at $1.39. Okay. And it got up to $2.02 according to Live Coin Watch, where I'm circling right here. That's a 24-hour high, and here's the all-time high. It's the same thing, $2.02. Well, I'll tell you what, I know what I hate, and I don't hate that. XRP, meanwhile, it's been having a little bit of a roller coaster ride the last 24 hours. Again, 47.7 cents as I record this, but it got up to 52.3 cents, with the 24-hour low being 45.6 cents. So it did have a notable rally in terms of percentages, and it retraced a bit, and that's fine. And so, I get it. Like, we see these types of, jumps, this and that. It goes up a bit, and then it goes back down, and it's basically trading sideways. Let's be real. Even with that fun little jump up, some people got excited on Twitter about. I saw it. That's fine. It's okay to be excited if you're excited about it. But none of this is frankly going to matter. I was listening to a video from the blockchain backer, and he said something that he's been saying for some time, which he's not the only one to say this, by the way. Who else has said this? Like Leb Crypto, Credible Crypto also. There's been a few. Those are just a few off the top of my head. But you know what he said? Blockchain backer said, until we break the 80-cent level, when it's bouncing around in here, frankly, it doesn't matter. Because if you want this market to really take off, the XRP price, the XRP markets, plural, in general, you got to hit that level. And so that's why I've said in the meantime, because you could ask me, it's like, how the hell, Moon Lambo, could you hold XRP for over 3 years? Isn't that a scary ride? And it has been ridiculous, admittedly. Buying XRP first at I guess it was 21 cents when I first bought it, writing it up weeks later to almost $4, then letting it crash back down, having never sold any of it, and then start purchasing more somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 cents, and then it tanked more, and I was buying more around 40 cents, and then it tanked more because I was just dollar cost averaging in, not knowing where the bottom was, then I bought more around 30 cents, and into the 20s. I even had a chance ultimately to buy some around 15 cents before it took off again. It wasn't the first time I did this, but it took off again in late 2020 to almost 80 cents, and then it crashed back down to 17 cents, and then it went back up to 70-something cents, and now, as I record this, it's 47.7 cents, and look, I share this with you just to get the idea across that if the price action that occurred in between where my target is, if that emotionally bothered me to the point where I reacted, I would fail. I would be wrecked within this market, and I'm not going to do that. I refuse to behave like that. This is just a bunch of noise. Either I'm right and this thing goes parabolic, or I'm wrong and it doesn't. All this stuff that has happened in between, after it started cratering back from that nearly $4 mark years ago, it's fun to track because I got skin in the game. It's interesting, but in the end, it's not going to functionally matter. Either I'm right and it goes off again, or it doesn't. And we are at this point where here, I'll even highlight this right now. Let's just go into this. This is a tweet from Blockchain Backer earlier today, who wrote the following, because I tell you what, he's getting at exactly what I believe to be the case. He wrote, "Remember, Bitcoin has reached the area for alts to surge. Many do not believe XRP will do anything. This will be a critical mistake. Sentiment in today's price move is perceived as a nothing burger. Do not be naive. These are the times in the market cycle where it explodes." And so what he shared in his video, he lined up where we're at. And this is the point where, even though you can't pinpoint the exact minute or second or day or week even necessarily, the point is the chart is reading in such a way that last time, this is about where it took off. And so in the meantime, the reason that I've been able to not get wrecked to this point is because I never have known when it's going to take off. I just acknowledge that market cycles last several years, so over 1,000 days. And XRP, think about this. In about 2.5 weeks, about 17 days, that's when all the price action happened, all the fun stuff. 17 days roughly, and then you got over 1,000 days of negative price action or consolidation. So people can't handle that. And so I just logically know that, and then just I'm like, okay, yeah, going with my life. So all the stuff that happens in between, I'm like, okay. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but when I say I'm emotionally bulletproof to this XRP price action, I mean it. I mean the negative stuff in particular. I mean, yeah, it's kind of exciting when it goes up, even though, it hasn't gone parabolic yet. Yeah, I'll admit that. But in terms of the negative stuff, no, it doesn't get to me. Not one little baby back bit. And it really, really, really does not. But it is neat to see Blockchain Backer, because I've never seen him say anything like this. He really does believe that, which is why it's so notable to me, that this is the point in the market cycle where we can expect XRP at some point to take off. And again, he didn't put a timestamp on it, so I don't know if that means weeks or over a month or two or whatever. But just to know that from his analysis that that's the point in the market cycle we're at, that means something. And he's not the only one to share that sentiment. Here, actually, I'll pull up this one now because Leb Crypto was sharing this sentiment. Here's a new tweet from Leb Crypto. "Technically speaking, XRP is primed for a very big move up. This is no hopium, purely chart-based. Expecting XRP to pull a 60 to 80% move any day this week, provided Bitcoin finds the floor at 50 to 53,000. So, of course, if Bitcoin breaks below, that's why I always say, I kind of halfway jokingly say, if Bitcoin sneezes, just redo all of your charts for all of your altcoins, because they're not gonna be worth a damn after that. But if Bitcoin does hold, it'll be neat to see if he's right, because he did put a bit of a timeline on that. But Blockchain Backer, too, he was even like, look, guys, I'm not trying to provide hopium. Like, you don't have to say that, trust me. I was like, we get it. Like, you are not a hopium guy. You're just a realistic, read the charts type of guy. Everybody that follows you know that. But I respect why he said that. But yeah, it's just kind of neat to see that this is the sentiment that we're seeing here. And they're not the only ones. I keep finding this again and again and again. Incredible Crypto, he's got the right idea. And I wanted to share with you, because Incredible Crypto, what an amazing analyst. So he's now got, and deservedly so, over 135,000 followers on Twitter. And he's publicly shared his journey, and he stated about how he made mistakes back in 2017, and he did what retail speculators do, FOMOing in and panic selling, all the wrong stuff, just moving with the herd, which is the best way to lose money. Like, just about, right? I don't know if there's a better way to lose money, you let me know, but that's certainly up there at a minimum here. And so there is somebody on here, I'm not familiar with this individual, SDF here, who was asking questions to Credible Crypto. And so this is not to make fun of or pick on this individual at all. To me, it's a learning moment. And Credible Crypto even used to do some of what this individual stated here, which does not work. And so he was asking about, he put out a tweet about a different cryptocurrency called HBAR, which is not the purpose of me bringing this up. But he was there's somebody wondering how low HBAR might get, and he cited, okay, because it looks like it's correcting after some notable movement up. And so he said where he thought it might go. Somebody named SDF jumped in and wrote, I sold half my XRP bags for HBAR and regretting it now. Do you think it's wise to sell HBAR now and jump back to XRP, knowing I'll take a 20% loss doing so? And so, again, this is not to pick on anybody. People make this mistake all the time, including Credible Crypto. Like he publicly acknowledges. And so if you're listening and you've done this, then you should be able to relate, okay? This is a normal thing to do. It's just not a good move. So what he did here is my XRP wasn't doing anything. I saw excitement somewhere about somebody talking about a different cryptocurrency called HBAR, and nothing against HBAR at all. But you saw that it was taken off. So then after it had already pumped a fair bit, this individual moved their investment away from XRP, which wasn't as exciting, put it into HBAR, and then then HBAR started retracing to the negative. This is what retail investors do. And so the only thing I can do to make sure I don't have that happen to me is to just hold long term and not worry about the stuff in between and the emotions and the FOMO and the panic selling and this and that. And so Credible Crypto responded to that and wrote, jumping back and forth, especially because you are taking a loss, is not the right approach here. Make a decision on what to invest in and stick to it. Both will perform well. Taking a 20% loss to switch back because of emotions is not going to help at all. And so, like I said, I personally do not chase green candles. I never am going to do that. Period. If I want a different cryptocurrency, and there's all sorts of ones that I do want and have been purchasing, then I just purchase them, but not at the expense of my other holdings. That's just a rule I set up for myself because I'm not a chart analyst. I can't, I especially don't want to be a day trader. Hell, I don't care how good you are. Like, almost 100% of day traders lose money. Screw that. Not a freaking chance in hell I'm going to do that. And so the only way I know to not get completely wrecked is to just be long-term and not buy or sell based on emotions. That's all I know I can do. That works in the stock market. It's worked for me to this point. And I do believe that we're in an extreme bull market right now, despite pullbacks, Bitcoin or altcoins here and there. Of course, there's going to be pullbacks, but that's okay. It just comes. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. So to me, it's just a learning mode. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. You make your own decisions. I'm just trying to stress again here that using emotion to make those decisions is a really bad idea. And there's going to be a lot of activity coming on. There's going to be a lot of opportunities, or like whatever you're holding, because mind you, there's like over 8,000 cryptos actually now. You can only afford to have notable positions in X number of those, right? And so if you listening to this, you're going to see that there are a ton of cryptos that you don't own taking off. It's a numbers game. Of course you are. There's like 8,000 cryptos. Don't you think there are going to be some cryptos you don't hold now that will do extremely well? I mean, I do. I expect that to happen. I'm going to see all sorts. I already have. I've seen stuff pop off that I don't own. Okay. Well, so what? What am I going to do? Chase a green candle? You can only hold so much. We've got finite opportunities here with the bucks that we have, or whatever your fiat currency is around the world. And so for me, it's just been pick some stuff and see what the hell happens, because the exciting thing here to me is if last cycle, what happened last cycle repeats every single, and I mean this literally, by the way, if what happened last cycle repeats, 100% of large cap and mid cap coins will go off. They will go parabolic, rocket in price. And it may not happen until after Bitcoin hits whatever its top will be for this market cycle. That happened with XRP last time. So it requires patience. But so what? I don't care if I have to wait. If I see a bunch of other stuff pop off before that, it's not going to change what I'm doing here. And Credible Crypto also wrote this: I know this pop is exciting, but we basically retested a key area of supply/resistance. Unless we clear 55 cents with conviction, I still think one more push down is ideal before the rally. And he's not ruling out even, especially if Bitcoin tanks, even cites here, potentially you see XRP in the 30s again. Well, what am I going to do? Like, if I see it in the 30s, am I going to finally panic sell after putting up with this since November? No. This is all part of my plan. All of this, I don't know what the price action is going to be, but everything here that I'm doing, which is nothing, is part of my plan. It's a funny way to word it, right? Everything I'm doing, which is nothing, is part of my plan. Because I'm just holding. I'm not doing anything. I mean, accumulate, fine, but it's just a funny way of wording it, I guess. But I mean it. I really mean it. I'm just gonna sit here, and that's why it's so funny to me to see people that just jump into XRP or pick your crypto, and then it's like a week later they're down, and then they panic and they want to throw it into something else. I'm like, holy freaking hell! It's like you can't make it a week. You're never going to make it 3 years. Not that you'd have to at this point necessarily. I'm just saying. Oh man, that was definitely something there. Oh my, what a good time here. So look, I'll tell you what, I am excited personally. I can't wait to see exactly what the market high is going to be for all sorts of different cryptos, for Bitcoin, for XRP, pick your coin, HBAR. I don't care. Pick your cryptocurrency. I think that it's going to be incredible. I think that a lot of people are going to make life-changing money. And I think the people that emotionally buy and sell are absolutely going to get wrecked. But just to know that there are so many analysts right now that think we're really pretty much at this point. I mean, even if we have to wait a few more months. Oh my God, a few more months. Cool. Only a few more months. I am down. Whatever. The prison sentence is almost up, right? And then we can get to it. Oh man, fun time. So anyway, I just want to share with you some opinions from some of the analysts that I've been following. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin again. It seems uncertain at this point. There's not enough. I read a ton of different analysis from a ton of different people about Bitcoin, and I didn't really highlight it in this video because I was like, well, it's just a bunch of people saying the same thing. So just to sum it up, they're saying effectively we don't have enough data to know in terms of probability what's most likely directionally for Bitcoin at this point in time, and that's fine. I accept that. That's fine. I don't need people to blow smoke. If they don't actually have enough data to make a reasonable guess about where the market's likely to go in the short term here, and that's perfectly fine. So it doesn't matter for someone like me though that's super long term and refuses to act like retail idiots, like they act. The lemmings off a cliff activity. Like I'm like, okay, that's fine. So all right, I'll shut up. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.